XRP. Since the trial between Ripple and the SEC is over, the price of XRP Ripple has been slowly going back up to where it was. Some experts think that XRP Ripple could go up to $2,000 or even more. Doesn't that sound crazy? It's because of this trial that everyone in the crypto world is talking about it right now. Don't miss this video. Let's get right to the point. The case between Ripple and the SEC, which is one of the most important in the history of crypto, has taken yet another turn that no one saw coming. The case is still not over. What will happen in the end depends on a quiet but important legal moment. An order from Judge Ana Lisa Torres, it was asked by Ripple and the SEC to, in June 2025, what is called a indicative ruling. This would be a good step forward because it would allow both sides to complete a planned $50 million settlement worth nothing and remove restrictions on the sales of XRP by institutions. There was nothing wrong with the request itself, but it was sent in under the wrong law rule because of that one mistake. This shows that Judge Torres is strictly following the rules, because Ito Farina brought up the fact that Judge Torres turned down Ripple and the SEC's request for an indicative decision on X. The case is still going on, and neither side is getting extra care, so more delays are likely. This is to let you know that Judge Torres is following all the rules to the letter. It was disappointing to fail. It wasn't the deal. It was a mistake that both the SEC and Ripple used a federal rule that applies when an appeal is being made. Torres made it clear that they should have used Rule 60, which is the right rule to use when trying to change a final decision within days. Both sides fixed their filings and sent the move again on June 12. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit was also told about this, and it decided to put the SEC's appeal on hold or in compliance until August 15. This would give Judge Torres time to decide what to do. Because of this legal limbo, a lot of false information has spread. Some former agents said that the SEC had given up on its case completely, but famous Australian lawyer Bill Morgan quickly put those claims to rest. Put rumors to rest, he said that the case is still going on, but has been put on hold until Judge Torres makes a positive indicative decision. This will end the appeal. It's clear what he means. The deal is written down and everyone is on the same page, but nothing can happen until the judge says it's okay. This indicative ruling would let the appellate court know that Torres is willing to change her earlier decision. The case can only be sent back to her court after that, so the settlement can be made and the appeal can be thrown out. If she says no, the petition process starts all over again, with new briefs, fights, and delays. Good Morning Crypto put up the SEC's doubts. Judge Torres turned down Ripple's joint motion for an indicative decision. The case isn't over yet, and it hasn't been since 2020. The legal drama has been very frustrating for people who own XRP, work in the crypto community, and watch the law. Things are still very important, and not just for Ripple. They are also very important for the future of crypto regulation in the U.S. When Torres said in 2023 that XRP wasn't a security when it was sold to the public, it was already a landmark move. But until the problems with the limits on sales to institutions are fixed, regulators will be keeping a close eye on Ripple. For now, everyone is waiting and watching. The case will be put on hold until August 15th, which gives Judge Torres time to decide what to do. If she gives the indicative ruling, the settlement could be finalized in a few weeks. If she says she didn't do it, Ripple and the SEC will go back to court and fight for another year. XRP community leader Zach Rector just wrote about the acceptance of an XRP case settlement, which shows how many people are cautiously optimistic. It's easy to understand why so many people feel this way. The case is almost over, but it's still not over, because everything could change with one decision from Judge Torres. The finish line is still just out of reach until then. Isn't it interesting? Now things are crazy as the court case gets closer to a conclusion. Experts are quietly expecting something very big for XRP, a price breakout that might be worse than. There is a lot of excitement on crypto Twitter right now, and Levi wrote a short but strong tweet about how he thought XRP would get hit by a big thing. Steph responded, and she was sure that XRP would bounce hard, and she thought it would happen soon. This isn't just hope for people who have held XRP for a long time. Some investors are going all out, even though $1 or $3 might sound like a good amount. Ray Fuentes threw a gun that made people look at XRP to $30, and it got even worse with ammonia. $10,000 for every XRP, and then there's XRP Dragon, who said that 10,000 XRP were already locked in. This is the kind of thing that makes people dream and fight about what. Then is making these crazy predictions part of the reason is that XRP isn't worth as much as joke coins or projects with vague goals. It was designed to serve a really big market, payments between countries. Its technology has already been tried by banks and payment providers all over the world, and it works just like it says it will. Many people say that this benefit hasn't been priced in yet. A few days ago, crypto expert Zive made a stir by asking, "Who here really thinks that XRP will reach $1,000 in 2027? The answer was immediate, but some people didn't believe it because they said XRP hadn't even returned to its 2018 high of almost $40. Some people were more hopeful and thought $100 was just the beginning. There are many people who believe that XRP is more than just a speculative currency. They believe it will be the foundation for a digital economy in the future. XRP could be the plumbing of the new financial world because it could help banks, governments, and institutions make instant, cheap, and borderless transfers. In this picture, $1,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money. Some people are quick to point out the big problem that nobody wants to talk about, the market cap. For XRP to reach $100, its value would have to be in the tens of dollars, of trillions of dollars, which is more than the whole crypto market right now. Some doubters say this means the goal is impossible, but supporters of XRP say that old-fashioned methods don't always work in this new digital market. One community member said this isn't about comparing XRP to stocks. It's clear that the XRP group isn't giving up that much. One thing is for sure, there is no such thing as a $10,100 or even $10,000 XRP. This is more than just a coin with a strong following. It's a movement driven by belief, a use case, and years of holding on through doubt. Also, we can't forget about Ripple's growing network of relationships as you read this. One bank and country at a time, the company is quietly joining the world's banking system. This is a good thing. It's like a takeover that's happening very slowly. Stay put, because what comes next could change the way you always think about XRP.